Hey everybody, it's Derek Urias with Sports Talent 806, and today I am in Lubbock, Texas, sitting here with owner and founder of West Texas Passing Academy, Peter Griffith. How are you doing today, Peter?
Doing great. Thanks for coming down.
Oh yes, sir. You got a beautiful facility here. I'm looking around. I'm really loving what you do. So, what really made you want to start this Passing Academy?
Yeah, so I grew up playing the quarterback position my entire life, and the main thing was growing up. I grew up most of my life playing six-man, and so the quarterback position in that game is a little bit of a hybrid. It's not necessarily the true quarterback side. So I always had a passion for the quarterback position and kind of studied that on my own. And the coaches that I had did the best that they could to kind of develop me. But it was definitely something where I was kind of on a journey of my own to figure out how to do these things. So I after my playing days, I coached for a couple years. I was the offensive coordinator at a small school here in Lubbock, and after that, decided to move on and kind of wanted to do things on my own terms and figure out a way to do it by myself, and kind of always had a passion for the quarterback position and always wanted to develop that side of it specifically. So that's kind of where that was born, and really just started out as one or two guys, and the Lord's blessed it, and it's grown from there.
Okay, so you talk about really finding your own path when you played football in high school, and then you got to coach. And now you're in a position to where you want to give back. You want to give back to those younger athletes, the older athletes. So with this academy is a great opportunity to do that. So what is your goal with this academy?
I think my main goal, first and foremost, is the ability and the need to throw a football is only for a season in life. Even Brett Favre, he's somewhere down in Mississippi right now, not throwing a ball anymore. So at some point it ends. And so my main goal is to develop the character of young men. So, for example, we have a partnership with Fellowship of Christian Athletes that we're going to have them come in here and kind of do an FCA huddle every month. And we've got a couple different programs as well on that side. And then on the football side, just making sure that we're the best that we can be while we play, and if that's through high school, if that is through college, and then if one or two guys, if that's the pros, man, that's awesome. I'm all for it. But really, just making sure we maximize our potential both on the field as well as off the field.
Yes, sir. And you even mentioned really building young men and young leaders and instilling something, and especially just in all positions, but a quarterback.
Yeah.
Essentially, the quarterback's the leader of that team, the captain. So to be able to build a leader and work on these with these guys in their composure, keeping them focused and keeping them just in that moment to be a good leader, because that's going to go a long way, and it's more than just football.
Right.
And that's what I'm hearing right now. It's more than just football, because eventually you're done throwing the football, you're done catching, you're done playing football.
Yeah.
But that leadership, those things that you learn in this sport, or even with you in this academy, is going to be something that's in their life from here on out. So that must be a special thing for you to be able to be a part of.
Oh yes, for sure. One of the things that I always challenge my guys to do while they're playing is I want them to find someone. Each fall I challenge them, go find someone that needs to be friends with the quarterback. I don't even care if you're the starter or not. If you're the quarterback, you're one of the cooler kids in school. Whether you're second string on the C team, or whether you're the starting quarterback on the A team, it doesn't really matter. When that quarterback puts his arm around you and kind of just you're one with them in terms of kind of brings you up. And so that's something that I always challenge my guys to do. And then as well as you alluded to it, at some point the game ends, but all these young men are going to be in the workforce at some point. They're going to be fathers. They're going to be husbands. Are they equipped to do those jobs and do those well? And so, the quarterback position, specifically even when you're playing, there's a platform there that's this is the most difficult position in sports, and I think it's by far. It's why we get paid the most. It's why we get the most girls. It's everything. But
yes, sir.
The old Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yep.
I think that just exemplifies the quarterback position. And
most definitely.
Making sure that we are on in all those areas, in the classroom, at home, on the field. All of that is extremely important, and it's all encompassing.
Awesome. And so I know I mentioned that of course your facility is here in Lubbock, but you're giving lessons and sessions all over West Texas.
Yeah.
So what are some of the areas that you go to a lot to really get some sessions in?
Big one is Midland, for sure. Have been there for a couple years now, and really have a very strong base down there. Love the Permian Basin, some great guys that have been with me for a long time. And so love going down there. Amarillo has been somewhere where we're diving into a little bit more. Last year we wanted to get up there, but because of COVID, it wasn't going to be conducive for anyone.
Most definitely.
And so we're kind of a year behind where we want to be, in terms of where we thought we would be, like everybody else right
Most
now.
definitely.
But certainly those are the two areas where we're hitting more and more. So Lubbock, Amarillo, and Midland, and then Lord willing, eventually expanding more into Abilene as well. And even we've been in Eastern New Mexico a couple times, and so just really trying to get that entire area and just raise the level collectively of the West Texas quarterback.
Okay. Peter, this is. I want to leave you with one more question.
Sure.
This is a question I like to ask. So you are instilling things into these young athletes' minds to be great leaders, to mold them into leaders and to men.
Right.
But before that, you're a family guy.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
You have a beautiful family.
Yeah.
And so, what is something, is this really something you're instilling these things into your kids,
Right.
to be leaders as well. So, but like I said, before football, before this, it's family.
Right.
And so, how is your family really just kind of taking a part of this academy? How is it? I'm pretty sure it's a special thing to have in your family.
Yeah. I think my wife, Sarah, has been so incredibly supportive, and so have my folks, my parents and whatnot, but definitely my wife, Sarah, she's my biggest cheerleader, my biggest fan, and I definitely could not do this without her, just kind of keeping me going. And then, obviously my little boys, John, Luke, and Brady. Yeah, he's named after Tom Brady. I did that. And so, having those boys is just something where I want to make sure that everything that I do, they can be proud of. And whether they become quarterbacks or not or play football, I really don't care. But just making sure that what I'm teaching, it can apply to them, as well as just having them grow up in a positive atmosphere that, most of my guys, if they've been with me for a while, they've met Sarah, they've met the boys and stuff, and so just that atmosphere is really fun to be around and to have them in,
Definitely.
and it's a cool unconventional job, it's definitely fun.
Yeah, well, it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure getting to sit with you and meet you for the first time. This is not the last time we're going to sit together and work together. But Peter, I'm excited, and I'm proud of you for what you've done and the things you're going to accomplish. I'm excited to see the young athletes you're going to work with. Eventually seeing them in the NFL one day.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. And so, but before all that, it's family.
Right.
It starts with family, then it's business, and then, it goes from there. But thank you for taking the time to sit with me. Everybody, it's Sports Talent 806. It's Derek Urias with Peter Griffith, owner and founder of West Texas Passing Academy. Hey, actually give some info before we go. How can they get a hold of you? And, let's get you some people in here. Let's build up some young athletes.
Yeah, so you can find us on all of our social media platforms at the WTPA, online, www.thewtpa.com. My phone number, all my contact info is on there, so feel free to reach out. Any questions, concerns, or just more info about it. And we'll see y'all out there soon.
All right, you heard the guy. So bring your kids here. Young athletes, come on. Be better every day. Can't wait to see these young athletes grow. Can't wait to see you grow. It's going to be amazing. Sports Talent 806. It's Derek Urias. Thank you guys for tuning in.